Howdy folks, welcome back to the Eagle's Nest. My name is Kenny and this is a follow-up video from my last video demonstrating the Gray Birch LDR custom Desert Precision Gunworks build. This thing was a phenomenal shooter for a 1022 platform. Now I had a lot of comments bring up the kid rifle. Obviously kid rifles are synonymous for the accuracy in the 1022 platform, but surprisingly I didn't see guys mention Volquartsen. So in today's video I got something pretty unique. Check this out. We're going to do a head-to-head battle with a custom Volquartsen Summit action with a kid barrel on this. Now, I don't know how this thing shoots. We just put this together. It's basically a good friend of mine. He has a Summit action. This is a Victor stock, I believe. Yes, Victor stock. So I believe this same rifle was featured in 22 Plinkster's channel with a carbon fiber barrel. But essentially this is also a custom build. It's a kid rifle Volquartsen Summit action combo. So the original Volquartsen Summit action does come with Volquartsen's barrel. It does have a Volquartsen trigger on here as an upgrade. And then we also put a kid 16 twist 22 long rifle bull barrel. This is a 900 contour, straight contour, no threads. And I believe this is a 22-inch barrel as well. So I just finished head spacing this barrel onto the Volquartsen Summit action. It had like a barrel shim, and as a machinist, barrel shims are kind of a no-no. It's blasphemy in my opinion. So I re-head spaced the barrel, got it down to right at the 43 thou headspace mark, and I did put on a Zeiss scope. So I believe this barrel is shot or has some rounds through it, according to my friend of mine. He did say that it did shoot pretty good. So we're gonna give this thing a try. We're gonna put this up against basically a custom Volquartsen Summit kid combo. This is going to be a demonstration of buying the best parts and assembling it yourself. If you're an at-home gunsmith, perhaps you're just looking at buying the best 1022 parts, putting it all together, versus sending one off to a shop like mine and having a custom 1022 fitted with one of the barrels. You guys will like this one. Stay tuned. So if you guys are unfamiliar with the Volquartsen Summit action is, it's basically a hybrid version of a 1022 platform with a bolt action. There's this big single push and pull paddle here, very similar to a on-shoots Fortner action, and it allows you to manipulate the bolt itself with just one finger. Makes it very fast and easy to follow up. One of the benefits obviously is that it is a 1022 platform, so you do have all the benefits and the accessories available for the 1022. Does use Ruger mags, and this is a Volquartsen trigger like I said. It is a two-stage trigger. It is set right at 2 pounds, and it does have a good mag release right here. Easily drops out the mag. Like I said, the best benefit of this setup here is the fact that it is pretty much a hybrid version of a bolt action rifle in a 1022. It does have the traditional pinch system, barrel system for the 1022. Essentially, you could put any kind of 1022 barrel onto this action. And for this build, we chose a kid 22 long rifle barrel, 1 in 16 twist, 22-inch barrel. So very easy to manipulate. This is going to be basically a big up, I'd say a big advantage over the 1022 platform. The fact that we're not having a bolt that's cycling back and forth. Like I said in the last video, the last round on the mag on a 1022 tends to change the spring pressure and how the bolt actually cycles. So the cyclate rate actually slows down a little bit and will cause a flyer for a traditional 1022. So it's got a big advantage in my opinion, but we'll see how this thing performs. So this being the first shots out of this rifle, we're gonna get this thing zeroed out. Okay, it's on the bottom right there. Okay, vertical stringing isn't the best group there, but let's see here. We'll get it zeroed out. Perfectly zeroed. All right guys, so we got the Gray Birch 1022 up first using SK rifle match for the ammo. 10 round mag. We're gonna go right to it on target number 1. It's to be cold bore. I did just pull a bore snake through it. That's about all I've done to this thing. Let's see here, make sure I got my parallax good. All right, first 5 shots out of this thing. Let's give it a go. Uh-oh. That thing's in trouble. This thing is hammering. For a 1022, that's pretty freaking good, guys. All right, do another 5 more shots here. So first shot, there was looks like a cold bore shift a little bit. Let's see if we have a flyer on the last round. That was a 10X. All right, let's see where this one goes. So not bad. That was SK rifle. Let's go ahead and switch over to Lapua long range. All right. Lapua long range, 10 rounds. Let's go on target number 3 here. 0 issues on malfunction. Everything is cycling. Cold bore shift is very minimal. Pretty happy with this build. That was a 10. Shoot out the center of that target. All right, little hawk. Let's go ahead and give the Lapua long range a try. Where's the red button? Yeah. Oh, fresh 10 rounds. They'll go for, I think, target number 5, and then actually just drop down to the second line. And your safety. So this is the tandem cross manticore trigger. Go ahead and get rid of that safety. Give me 5 clean shots. Pretty good? Yeah. All right, guys, so the Gray Birch 1022, here's the groups there. We'll do a measurement afterward, but you guys can see this thing is performing like it was yesterday. Now, he did do a last round, and he said that the last round did throw a flyer. All right, so let's get the Volquartsen up and running. All right, so the Volquartsen Summit action is up and running. Kid barrel, 10 rounds of SK rifle, going right into the rifle here, and we're gonna go straight for groups. Now this is at 25 power. So let's check out these targets here, starting off with the 1022 Gray Birch Custom Desert Precision Gunworks build. And the first target with the SK rifle match was .337. Second target, .473. These again are measured with a caliper center to center. We shot Lapua long range, and the first 5 shots is a .226. Very respectable group there. Drew out the center of that target. Next 5 shot group was a .306. Little Hawk then shot it with Lapua long range as well. He produced a .325 inch group. And then the last 4 shots, this was a 4-shot group, with excluding the flyer, was a .192. That would have been a 3-shot group. I wouldn't call it a group, that's just friends getting together, but including the 4th shot here is a .695. So this shot pretty damn good for a 1022 in my opinion. Being able to consistently shoot in the .3s, with Lapua long range being the best ammo. SK rifle still holding a pretty respectable group. I would definitely compete with that kind of group in NRL 22. So let's look at the Volquartsen Summit Kid Rifle Custom build. And this is kind of where you see the definitive change in accuracy. One obviously performing better than the other. Starting off with SK rifle, it shot a .729 inch group. The next 5 shot group, with excluding the flyer, I have a .299, with the flyer a .723. Switching over to Lapua long range, it shot a .496, and then a .386, excluding this flyer here, with the flyer a .544. Then Little Hawk shot it again with his Lapua long range and his skill set, .377, pretty respectable group. That's probably the best one here, actually is the best one. And then a .635, including the flyer up there. Without the flyer, it's a .409. Well, folks, in summary, this is a sample size of 1 custom kid barrel build. There's going to be a lot of folks obviously going to say my kid barrel or my kid setup will shoot .2s all day long. To be honest, a 1022 platform shooting in the .2s is very, very rare. I have yet to see that. And when we talk about being able to shoot in the .2s, we're talking about consistent accuracy, not cherry picking groups. So this is definitively the best conditions we could possibly shoot in, being indoor, shooting at the 50-yard range and shooting some of the best ammo. The only thing that we are limited on is obviously that these rifles are not lot tested, and there is still shooter error involved, shooting off a wobbly table. But we have minimized that, and you guys obviously are able to tell if I pulled a shot or whatnot with the trigger cam footage. So like I said, sample size of 1, but it is definitely a perspective of somebody that's going out there wanting to build a custom 1022 that is looking at one of the best actions for this platform. In my opinion, the Volquartsen Summit action, marrying the fact of a bolt action setup with a 1022 platform, is obviously one of the best performing 1022 setups out there. Like I stated in the last video, the fact that there is a barrel clamp system pinching into the barrel, even though this was thermal fitted on, it's a very tight fit, there's still a little bit of a barrel droop. And guys may argue so, but you're putting a steel barrel onto a aluminum action. There's still a vibration, there's still 8,000 PSI of pressure going shot for shot. There's going to be movement in the action, and having a pinch system will sometimes make this barrel move just a little bit, just enough to cause point of impact shift, sometimes causing more flyers. Having a steel insert like the Summit action does have actually mitigates some of that, but again, it is a steel insert around an aluminum receiver. There's still going to be movement, and the vibration will cause a factor. And in my opinion, this is the reason why I consider a 1022 platform with a threaded receiver is going to be a little bit superior as far as rigidity, and having a very good barrel is obviously going to be in combination for a great performer. So maybe I got lucky with this Gray Birch 1022 LDR, putting on this preferred barrels 22-inch barrel, 1 in 16 twist. This thing's obviously a shooter. You guys have seen it now with 2 videos out there at 50 yards performing in the .3s. So if you guys consider price point with comparing both of these rifles, you could actually buy the Gray Birch LDR right now for just under $1,000. It is listed at $999 on the website. And if you wanted to do a custom barrel like this, you know, obviously the price will go up, you know, 400 bucks or so. Same thing with the Volquartsen action. With the Volquartsen Summit action, if you were to buy this, a barreled action alone, carbon fiber or stainless steel, $1,300 or $1,400 just for the barreled action. You buy yourself a Victor stock or a Magpul stock, you're looking at another 400 or 500 bucks. And obviously the kid barrel is going to add some more money to that. So you're probably looking at over a $2,000 or $2,100 setup with this kid Summit action combo versus a Gray Birch. Now, these obviously are purpose built for 2 different things. One of these are built just for tactical plinking, the way this is set up, but it does have an ARCA rail. This was used and intended for PRS or NRL 22, and the same thing with the Gray Birch. Well, folks, let me know what you think. I try to be non-biased as much as possible. I had 0 clue how this rifle shot. Putting this thing together, I had pretty high hopes that this thing was going to outperform the 1022. Was pretty surprised that it didn't. And like I said, this is a sample size of 1 1022 setup with a kid barrel. I've seen way better shooting Volquartsen and kid barrel setups out there in other YouTube channels. But like I said, this was just me being able to purchase the parts, put them all together, and see exactly how this thing performs. Again, this was a friend of mine's build, and I wanted to say a huge thank you for allowing me to try this thing and showcasing it to you guys. So there it is, folks, the Volquartsen Summit kid barrel custom build versus the Gray Birch custom DPG build. 1022 won today. Thanks for watching.